Yeah. I come to you on the 12th day of August 2025. It's my birthday stream. Tomorrow I turn 63 years old. Can you believe it? Let's open up a rock star. For Casey Grits, we were taking a walk with the brats. She was at work a little late, and I did a video on CamperVan, whatever the hell his name is. Kevin, what the hell is his name again? Kevin Camp, where the hell? CamperVan Kevin. I have some news coming out of him tomorrow. And we laughed, I cried in the deck, and he called, and I said, well, no, he was doing overtime. He couldn't call the show, but he did call, so shout out to him. And saw that Old Man Nation did a video on the idiot that he is. Yeah, CamperVan Kevin. So that's coming out tomorrow. We're going to talk about the dimwit and Barium exposure up to the death, and what's her name? Morning. I guess he mentioned me today. The Barium exposure, death, and the hater community. But shout out to you out there, young men. Come on tonight for your consumption. The news on CamperVan Kevin will be announced. An update on Barium exposure. We'll talk a little about him today, but welcome to your favorite audio addiction. Probably an hour show. Should I get some meatballs? We're having a little thing at work. What the hell's that? A little bit better. Oh, we always appreciate everybody that comes to the show. We really, really do. To save trolls. My name is Jeff, and I live in the great state of Minnesota. It is the land of 10,000 lakes plus a couple. In the outskirts. I should be live streaming on YouTube on the Adventure channel where I'm monetized and I can beg and ask for money and get my own get. We appreciate anybody that comes to the audios and likes, dislikes, make a snide comment about me, make fun of me, so be it. You can always call the show. It's not that tough to call the show. 612-643-0517. KC Grits calls the show. Occasionally Old Man Nation calls the show. And occasionally Santa Claus calls the show. You can call the show when you want to call the show. We appreciate the working class. God bless America. The brave men and women of the armed forces, men and women blue, listening to some last days of Hitler in the bunker and cowardice of using children to fight at the end. We spoke before World War I was supposed to end all wars. We repeated over and over again. He rearmed and he soon invaded Poland, kicked off September 1st, 1939, and it ended on September 2nd. When Japan capitulated on the mighty Mo. But we did have to storm those beaches after we got dragged in and nuke them not once but twice. It was just an anniversary of us nuking them. And we snapped the next one. We freed the Jews. We went all the way up to Berlin. He soon took his own life. Hitler did. We have the 47th selected installed president doing the same behaviors he's doing right now. The ghost of Jeffrey Epstein will not go away with the... That's a little too much. That's dark, really? There we go. Yeah. But yeah. Genre. Let's go with the ambient. There you go. That's fine. A little slower. There you go. Sorry about that. But like I've said, they have balls this side of old oak trees. Forgotten war, of course. Vietnam, 52,000 plus. A lot of collateral damage. Afghani war, Desert Storm. Who are these brave men with the armed forces? The Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the Merchant, National Guard, Coast Guard. They're in uniform. We thank you very, very, very much for your service to this fine, fine country. Without you, we have little nothing at all. Like I've said, none of them victims. Don't show blood for love. Break off a switch, bitch. You see something, you say something. Would you shower in the shower of Penn State? I would not shower in the shower of Penn State. Catholic churches should be burned to the ground. The rat line, World War II, and blue laws and such behaviors. Crime scenes. You are your choices in life. Who you run with, how you spend your money, who you want to hang out with and smoke geef. I get it, drink beer. You'll live in nice places when you live with good people. When you from the poor people be poor. What do you say? Peace to Penn State, Pedophile University. The Corollas, one is dead. She should be deported or executed for her behaviors in gymnastics. The Boy Scouts, Pope, Pedophile Incorporated. You see a child need to step up, execute the person, and then take care of the child. Eliminate the threat. Clear and present danger. Cop won't do anything about it. It's like with Wonderhouse, the guy masturbating in there. No one cares. Until you look over and someone has his choke in his chicken. But make good choices in life. That's all we're asking. When it comes to sex, sluts are selective whores in the back seat of the car, sluts on the couch. You make love in the bed, and you're going to do that kind of behavior. Prevent AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, ouch, in the penis by putting something on like this. Condom. Women require a condom, and make sure you're on the birth control. If the condom breaks, one drop gets in, and you are now going to carry the groceries of a father who will run off. No difference between father and a dad. Carpetbagger is taking time off his stepdaddy pay. He said, "Father, he's not your father. He's your stepdad. He's not a step. It's a dad. Your stepdad. He's gonna step away for a while and bury his carcass. You can see how he's actually gonna go family. Stepdaddy. You only have one father. That's a sperm. But yes, here from Rogan Radio, we appreciate that. And don't drink and drive. Please call someone, or you will murder somebody. Pick up the phone and say, "Hey, I've had too much to drink." Yeah, what happens? It's not that tough to make good choices. No difference in when you get allocated an orange jumpsuit and they pull you over and cuff and stuff and tow your vehicle away. You stand before the judge, say, "Your Honor, don't say you made a mistake. You made a poor choice. Could have murdered somebody. Now you're a convicted felon in old Canada. They consider that a felony offense. They don't take felons because they don't want to run with felons. They'll take draft dodgers like our 47th and 45th selected and installed President Donald J. Trump. The hunch, as I call him. But welcome to the audio tonight. I hope it found you health and wealth tonight as you're consuming this behavior. We'll be out on the deck overlooking the lake in the green grass and high tide river. Taco Tuesday tomorrow. We will celebrate my 63rd birthday. The local jamboree in Houdanny. I wouldn't mind going to Red Lobster. I like going to Red Lobster like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon so you can enjoy the meal. The one over in Golden Valley closed. The one over in Bloomington still. I like Dead Lobster. We're going to hang out in the outskirts. But yeah, Barium exposure. He passed away, and the New York dimwit did a 30-minute video. 30-minute video capitulating and then claiming he knows he's dead. But how do you know he's dead, New York dimwit? Because I said so? Or you know because someone told you? Like I told KC Grits on the phone. We were walking the dogs around the block. These people, he's on a prepaid phone, which I don't understand. I've never had a prepaid phone in my entire life. Unlimited for us. I've never had that in my entire life. That's for poor people. I'm sorry. You pay your monthly bill and you get your unlimited. You don't got to go to Best Buy. I remember when her father wanted a phone and he was wanting to get a card. I said, listen, let's just put them on our thing. The phone was what it was, $20. I said, I gave it to him. It was a little flip. You don't leave the house with this in your hand. I was telling a Navy man what to do, and I said, you will not leave the house with this phone. Put all his phone numbers in his Navy friends. He loved it. Didn't have to go. I said, your long distance are free. You don't have to worry about it at home. Okay? So he went there at the time of his life. But Barium exposure is expired. Shaking the apple tree. All the people are coming out. One of the guys mentioned me in a video. I had to get the Google alert. He talked about me. Put my name in the notes. Talked about Santa Claus. I know I can't call him that. Dingling. But I've spoke to Barium Exposure's wife. She told her to donate some money to charity on his behalf. We'll miss Barium Exposure. I remember when I started the rumor that Arizona Griper passed away. He'd been gone for 3 or 4 days, and he came out. He was pissed, and his stepdaughter had a baby, and he had a Latino lady who could speak English. He just brought her over to be his housekeeper, and she was a nurse, and I said he was the father of his stepdaughter's child. He became enraged. Maybe I was telling the truth. Is Barium Exposure alive or dead? Because I said so. He's dead. And I was told in email, and New York dimwit Daniel confirmed it. He dirty deleted the video. Dirty deleted. Walter Cronkite, as Santa Claus called him, dirty deleted the original video of announcing the death of a very unhappy hater of Sarasota, Tim. Just like when I was talking to KC Grits, the legendary figure in the trolling community. Could you imagine if Sarasota Tim went to the Hooskow of his behavior with the money, allegedly? Or, God forbid, was run over or going across the bridge by some drunk? You don't want to see that. The mourning that would go amongst these people Blind Muse would go down there and officiate the funeral. Morning! She'd be in tears. Mighty Python! She'd be in tears too as well. Ding-a-ling. All the hater people. The mafia guy. That'd even bring Barium exposure out from the dead. Bring out your dead! He'd come out angry as ever. Sad. CamperVan Kevin got some news that's coming out tomorrow in the afternoon. I received an email. More news on YouTubers. Beat by Muse to it. By Muse. That's the way he hears it, because he's allegedly blind, right? But MzVicky, my secret girlfriend, don't tell Ambrosia that I'm falling for an elderly woman there. I guess you gotta pay now to get some of her behaviors. She's becoming a hooker. Hookah! You have to pay to listen to her young ass. But New York Daniel did a 30-minute video. Just take responsibility, New York Daniel. Go talk to your mother when you have kippers and eggs next time. Fire up your prepaid phone and call the show Have some balls. Look at Dinger. Too afraid to call the show. MzVicky. Oh, Carl from YouTube is in the building. Hang on a minute. Well. Welcome to the show. Carl. Hang on. Carl.
What's up?
There you are. Welcome to the show.
Are you there?
I'm sorry, what? Are you there?
Hello?
Hell, I can hear you, Carl. Can you hear me? Carl. I can hear you. Carl. I can't hear him. I don't know what's going on here. Carl. Let's see if I can call him.
Hello?
Carl. Can you hear me? No, he can't hear me. I'm gonna have to reset it. Hang on a minute. Restart. I'm gonna restart it. So I had to get a new ear thing in my thing, and it went kaput on me. So we'll see if I just talked to what's his name. So I'm gonna reset my phone because I had to. My earpiece went out on me, and had to get a new one. So we'll see if it was my earpiece. Redo my phone. So I just talked to what's his name. So we will redo the phone and we'll see what happens here. And Carl, call the show. Hang on a minute. So when he gets back in here, we'll redo the phone. Because my earpiece went kaput on me in the afternoon. I was back at the shop and I had to reconnect the phone and to the new one, both phones, and they just give you new ones. They're $160, but it's a nice earpiece. So we're redoing the phone right now to see if the old Galaxy. So optimizing apps and whatever. So we'll go with Phil's behavior here. We'll cruise on through here, but we'll get Santa Claus back on here and we'll see what's going on with the phone. This happened before. Every once in a while, I should have read. Here we go. So we'll see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. Let's call Carl. All right, okay, get the phone starting. I guess if you want to call the show, you can't call the show, I guess. There we go. Okay, let's call the show. Let's call Carl. And go. Carl.
Yeah.
Okay, there. I had to redo my phone. I had to get a new ear. Remember we talked the phone, the earpiece. I probably had to reshuffle the phone again. I just talked to Casey. Casey Gritz called me while I was walking the dog, so I didn't. He was gonna. We were behind schedule, so.
Okay.
But he called me and we talked a little bit on the phone. So, but we chatted
okay.
we chatted.
You're not doing a show?
I am right now. Yes, you're live. Sorry, you're live.
Oh, okay.
You're live.
All right.
No, we're live right now. So I apologize. I should have told you that. Welcome to the show. But
Casey wasn't on?
because I took my phone with me just in case he'd call. He was going to call and give his condolences to Barium exposure. And
well, sorry about it.
Yeah, I know. So he was going to talk. We talked about
most especially New York Dan.
Yeah. So let's talk about the dimwit. I mean,
well, hold on. Before we go there, the reason I called you is because you always know the Dave 25 and the dude that climbs the children's stuff.
Yes, Carpetbagger. He's taken a week off. His stepdad passed. Yes.
Well, they got some short on there about if they would approve if a 50-year-old man dated a woman that was 30 years younger than him.
I don't care as long.
And Dave 25, I guess from what I can figure out, Dave 25 is doing it, but Carpetbagger doesn't like it or something.
I don't know. I don't have no idea. But I'm 63 tomorrow. Okay. If you choose to date a 21-year-old woman, that's your business. I've never understood the big deal in that. It's consensual. What's his name from Playboy? What's his name? Hugh Hefner dated young women for years, and people loved it, right?
Yeah, I would think it'd be a pain in the butt.
I would too. I don't care. I mean, I'm 21 or older. For me, if I'm a single man, I don't care. This big thing with Boogie 298 did that. Who else was doing that? Somebody else.
Football, that coach, Bill Belichick?
Yeah, same thing. I don't care.
Yeah.
She's a good-looking woman. She's a smart woman. So what? He's a grown-ass man. She likes it because she can control it. I don't care. I don't
care either. I just wondered if there's some sort of controversy with them, or is he just trying to get back at Demonic? He's just trying to get back at
Demonic. I don't know. Who knows? But he's taken a week off, Carpetbagger, because he said stepfather. It's your stepdad, right? It's not your stepfather. It's your stepdaddy. Okay.
Too much stress to do YouTube.
Yeah, I know. But he's left his car in Seattle. He's flying to Indiana. Good. He's going to go take care of his mother. Good for him. He's actually going to do something. He didn't do that with what's her name? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that is good conduct. You know,
I'm glad he did. He's going to do it because last time he was tooth and nail to back up to see her after the car accident. It was tooth and nail.
He won't do it for his girlfriend, but he'll do it for his mom.
Exactly. So he was in the car today, and I just listened to the video. It's like great, you know. And it's like, no, it's your stepdad. It's not your stepfather. You only have one father. Okay, you could have 10.
Yeah.
Your mom could be married 5 times. You have stepdads. Okay. It's like I had explained to a grown-ass man one day it was in a hot tub one time. Grown-ass man in his 30s, but between a father and a dad. And I said, sir, you're part of your father's bloodline. If I marry your mother, I'm like a dad. I'm your dad. I'm your stepdad. The dad takes care of the child. He kind of looked at me.
I think stepdads should get more credit because it's not really their biological.
Correct,
child.
But they're taking care of the child.
Yeah,
like he said in the video.
If you're just a dad, it's your child.
He was encouraging of Carpetbagger. They'd go driving and they'd pull over at some abandoned place, and his sister said no. He would pull over, and he encouraged Carpetbagger what he was doing. I guess he was a doctor. And, that's honorable. So, no, it was a good video about his stepdad that, he was in his life. That's a good thing. So he supported Carpetbagger with his YouTube stuff. That's a great thing. I'm That's cool. At least he's going back for his mom, not going to do the old, So I guess he died of cancer. So that's unfortunate, but people do die. It's a shame.
I'm trying to broaden my YouTube experience. Learn about other people on YouTube. With the Hussy and Carpetbagger and Demonic.
Demonic is the best. He points out Carpetbagger that he's not a very nice man. When he gets off his videos and he gets pissed, he's not a very nice man. He acts like he's this character, this ho hum, the goober kind of guy, I've seen him drunk. He's not a nice man. He gets really mad at the patrols. Unlike, I know right now, Adam the Woo is melting down on social media because people are, he's doing the same thing and over again. He's back in Vegas again. He can't handle it. Well, if you're going to share your stuff again, it's like the Huss and this public masturbation. She just didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? She just doesn't. I was looking at the notes on there. That's lewd and lascivious behavior, Sarah. In the notes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know how you could defend that.
But like I said, if you listen to the video, you listen to her. She, in her mind, it's just because she's a nude model. I don't care, and then she goes to nude. Your choice is to go to a nude beach, right?
But she's not being a nude model at the library.
I know that's something, but in her mind, it's not a big deal. So to her, nudity is just like a public thing. She wishes she could walk around with no bra on or something. No shirt on. Because she was at another hot tub one time, and some kids came down, and they told her to put her shirt on because she was just sunbathing by herself and two kids. It was a public area. Just doesn't realize that people are going to come down, so she's there with no shirt on. Just doesn't understand that behavior.
Yeah, that's something you do in your backyard.
Yeah, it's like I love her dearly, but it's like, come on, woman. You choose to go to a nude beach. I've been to the Orient Beach in St. Martin. It's a beautiful beach. I've been there. No big deal. The nudity is there. I could care less. Okay, I don't care. And I know about her place. I remember I was talking about. He told me about this beach 15 years ago. So I know about what she was at. She's been there twice now. And the thumbnail is a picture of the guy who's the mayor of that, and he has her top on, looking like he's, his boob is sticking out. It's just, she's, I don't know. But it's like you don't choose to look over and have someone choking their chicken at a library. You don't choose to.
No, it's just completely unacceptable.
I just like, what are you talking about, woman? That she wanted to interview him. It's like, what for? He's a pervert, and he's the kind of person. Hey, if I'm doing that stuff in public, I'm the kind of that's when they do that kind of behavior in public. They're the kind of people who will go out and do sexual behavior to somebody. That's what they'll do. Because if you're just used to pulling out, to you, it's a sexual act. To her, I don't have the whole show take about her. I love her dearly. Is that it's just a transactional thing for her to go show her body to somebody. That's what she used to do. You take her out in the desert, and you would take pictures of her nude, and you'd pay her. That's what she did. Because one time she was pissed and moaning, someone put her pictures in some thinking online. Well, woman, you let him take pictures of you. She was in some booklet or something. Well, you let him take pictures of you, and then he's going to use it where he wants to use it. You don't own the pictures. So, and she does like a nude calendar for people. It's like, okay, it's a calendar I wouldn't put in my office. Let's put it that way. I have a cat calendar, my own calendar. Okay, I'm not gonna have a picture of Sarah Wonder Hussy dressed scantily. It's not gonna work. It's just not. Yeah. I'm not gonna do it. It's just like your boy Blind Views. Would you rather wear a speculation shirt or a tater hater shirt? You know what I'm saying?
I was looking at MzVicky's video.
Yeah.
I only watched like a minute of it, but one of her comments was telling MzVicky that she unsubscribed to me because I say I like Blind Views, but I diss it.
They can't handle that.
And so I put a little heart on her comment so she'd see that I had noticed that she unsubscribed.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, people are this Barium exposure. So, the man's passed on, and people are talking. There's some other guy that put me in his notes, and he mentioned you 2 different times. Talked about drama, his name was, but I saw it this morning. He kind of talked about me a little bit, but then moved on to something else. I can't remember what his name was, but I saw it this morning. He had my name in the notes, and he talked about you. And he's he was in his room, whatever. I can't remember what his name was. I happened to see it this morning. So he spoke about the drama and the Barium exposure. Some guy, I don't know who he is, but obviously he knows who you are and knows who I am. So your girlfriend, your little sister out there, MzVicky, okay,
Yeah.
too balls to say my name in the video about the death of her.
I didn't see anything about her subscriptions.
She talked about it. She talked about it in the last video. It was a Tuesday. She talked about it at the end. When she spoke about me and the Barium, and she said she's going to have memberships.
Yeah, I only heard it from you. I didn't hear her say it. I'm sure she did.
She did. At the end, she's going to have at $1.99, which is just dumb. You know, you're enriching YouTube, woman. That's all you're doing. And no one's going to, people listen to her if she talk about Timmy. Makeup, nobody cares. Nobody. Lipstick on a pig, nobody cares. Nobody cares. They want to see
Python and Blind Views are the only people I know that do subscriptions.
Yeah, so they're doing subscriptions. And I saw a video today. I just saw the title of Tater about the no man's getting you can't go anywhere, whatever else. I saw that thing on. He did some drama, whatever it was.
Oh yeah, I started watching it where he's going to do a sit down heart-to-heart talk with you.
With who?
Yeah. Well, Tater. I started watching it. I haven't gotten through it yet.
Oh, so he sat down and talked? Was it heart-to-heart or what?
Yeah, it's like a sit-down heart-to-heart. Like we're in the living room and you're sitting across from him. And you guys just having a conversation. Of course, it's only him talking.
Yeah. See, that's been there. And Blind Views talked about this, and I've heard people talk about it. And I saw Wandering Gypsy talk about it in her video, a little bit of not the whole thing. And it's like Wandering Gypsy. It's about the homeless people they want to get rid of, not you. But it's also about people camping in parking lots, and like Blind View says, is throwing their poop out and emptying out their stuff into.
They're putting their slides out. They're setting up their barbecue. They're putting their jacks down. I mean, what I talked about with stealth camping is, you go out in the van, you wrap it like a plumber.
Yeah.
And you're completely stealth. They just think it's a plumber there fixing the pipes.
Correct.
And you don't have slides out. You're all contained.
Right. Well, a lot of them don't want to pay. They don't. Again, it's just like what's that one guy in Canada who's obsessed with Carolyn RV? What the hell is his name again? He says if you have the monies, blind line screw. If I'm going to be RVing tomorrow, I'm going to have the money to do it. I'm not afraid to pay for a place to stay. A nice
line screws at a park,
right?
Just like Tim. And that's never going to be illegal. There'll always be RV parks.
Correct. That's where you want to be. You pay the nickel, and you have running water, you have electricity, and some actually have showers. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't get the knock on the door.
Correct. You pay the nickel because you have the money, and you can socialize people. You're next door, walk over, shake your hand. It's you meet people. And I'm not going to Slab City with a bunch of people dumping that place. The poop is dumped all over the place. That place, that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not going to the moon for 6 months either.
Yeah, where that place is at, that's just
a quartzsite.
Yeah, because I've seen videos on it before. People have talked about quartzsite, how bad it is. I've seen videos on that quartzsite years ago. People you don't want to come here. It's a war zone.
And it's not cheap because you took a town of 5,000 and made it 100,000, and so now they got to bring you commerce, and it's going to cost.
And then what's his name pissed Simone about it? What's his name? Tater. It's like, listen, I'm paying for you.
And then they're surprised,
Right.
There's no surprise.
Yeah, but there's just some people just think they can do what they want, the RVers. Ever since the pandemic, there's been people running around in the RV that have never done it before. There was that one guy I've talked about. He was called the Wingman. His name is Wingman. He changed his name, and he sold his place out in Texas because when they first started, people would come in. Let's say me and you come in with nephews, and quiet time is 10 o'clock, and it's 11:30, and your nephew is crawling around the pool, and he had to go out there many times and say, hey, go back to your place, because people had no idea how to act. You know what I'm saying? They had no idea how to act.
Yeah, remember when they tried to make that last Woodstock and the place got burned up in flames because they were charging like $10 for water?
Yeah.
And you couldn't get water anywhere else because you were stuck in there.
Correct.
And there weren't enough restrooms.
Right. Well, just like with
and they put it on a runway in the middle of summer, so they were all just being baked alive.
Right, and it's like Burning Man's coming out. I know Wonder Hussey's going. That's like $500 to go to. That's not cheap. She'd be there for 2 weeks because she likes to pop clay. What do they call it? Quaaludes, and she likes to smoke dope, and that's just it's just a sex fueled, drug fueled time in there for 2 weeks in Burning Man. It's all that is.
And it's all that real fine dirt that's going to get into everything.
I remember.
And then if you get rain, it's going to be super muddy like it was that one year.
That's right. Just like with, what's his name trying to tell me she's a lesbian. She's not a lesbian. People actually thought her and her sister were lesbians.
I know. That got you all up in a tizzy.
It did give me a tizzy. I just, no.
You got all up in it. Oh, she's not a lesbian. No lesbian. No,
she's not. No, I didn't mean it. My point was no. I'm going to tell you, no, she's not a lesbian. I'm not getting a tizzy. I just know it.
You're getting that tizzy.
No.
I'm not having it.
She's not a lesbian. I guarantee it. She's not a lesbian.
I'll turn this car right around.
That's right. You damn you. No, she's not a lesbian. I've known her long enough.
I know.
She likes men, and that's fine. And she's always talked about it. People will make comments, and if she has a friend she's hung out with who's a lesbian, who's a good-looking lipstick lesbian. So I've typed in, when are you guys going to do a lesbian video together? People go, what are you talking about? And I go, I'm just wondering when she's going to give in, because she likes to smoke some marijuana. Yeah. You never know. So people always give me.
She doesn't do anything for me, but I don't mind her traveling. If she's showing me something.
Depending what she's doing.
I don't mind that. That's all right.
She did the light bulb one. She did a light bulb 20-minute light bulb video. 20 minutes to talk about a light bulb video it's been around forever. I'm like, woman, really? And then whatever. I don't like her. I don't subscribe to her. Depending what she's doing, I'll watch her. But when
I don't subscribe to anybody.
No, I don't. Very few. So I very few I just sub to. Very few. The troll channels I do, and that's about it. But need to find your ass, I'll find your ass.
Yeah.
I don't need to sub to people. I don't even sub to either. Both my channels I don't sub to. I don't sub to either channel. I don't need to. I know where my channels are. I don't need to go get them. I can just go listen.
I got a few, and then I got a few that, not that I trust, but they'll give me what Trump's doing in a nutshell, and they won't go on and on about it. They'll just, 3 minutes, they're in and out, tell me what Trump did for the day. I guess he's cracking down in Washington, D.C. We're going to have law and order.
Yeah,
we're not going to have homeless people.
He's doing. I talked to a guy at work today. He's sent in the military. He's doing the same thing. What do they call it? What's the word I use with him? When he lost the election, he wanted to.
That's because he's not an attorney. That's why he doesn't know that the military is not for policing. It's for killing people and breaking things.
I totally agree.
Rush Limbaugh would have told you that.
Yep.
He's like, the military's there to kill people and break things.
Yep.
That's what they're trained to do.
Yep.
They're not trained to be police.
Right. But what's the word I'm trying to think that he wanted to do the same thing? What's that? The local guy here in Minnesota was doing the same behavior when he wanted to martial law. He wanted martial law. The pillow guy wanted martial law in Minnesota. He went to the White House when he lost the election. He went to him and said, we need martial law in Minnesota. I'm like, really? Are you kidding me? That's what he's doing. He's imposing partial martial law. That's what he's doing. The same thing in LA for no reason.
That's part of what happened, in 69, the Democratic
Convention.
They brought in the National Guard, and all those kids were sleeping in tents in the park and this and that. And it was just a mess.
Well, they brought the National Guard in for Katrina. I watched that. The general was my favorite guy. We watched that special on the Katrina. That was unbelievable. It took forever to get him out of there. The guy goes, "They're snipers." No, they're not snipers. They're shooting because they want you to come to their house. So the people thought there were snipers in New Orleans. And they see Bush flies over New Orleans in the 747, just kind of looks as he goes by. Not in the helicopter, but in the 747. That's like, yeah, nice job, Bush. He wanted to send in the snipers. Like, no one's sniping anybody. The guy that said it had no idea he was talking about. No, they're just shooting at guns in the air to say, here we are. We're stuck.
Yeah.
They would have survived that thing if they didn't. If the what do you want to call it? The levees wouldn't have broke. They would have survived that. They would have. There would have been some water. If those levees would have stayed, would have built correctly, that wouldn't have been a problem. And
here in our flood zones, you get bought out and you're not allowed to build new there.
That's where they should.
Really, they shouldn't have any new construction in shit that's below sea level.
I totally agree, and they should make it into a park. They should have said, everybody, here's your money for your house and what it's worth. Here's $100,000 tax-free, now get out. And they made it into a park. I totally agree. On that.
Yeah, and then they would just buy them out, but they can't sell to anybody. You can't build anything new.
And make it into a park. Just make the whole thing into a park, as they should have done. Because people took that money they got, and they bought Saints tickets. Money.
And now they expect to live 12 feet below flood stage, or 12 feet below sea level, and we're all supposed to pay for them to be able to live there.
Right, I totally agree. So, what do you think about your little brother and his video, the capitulating and then changing his mind? What do you think?
You got to take responsibility. If it's like you said, it's a public forum. So if he's going to say something, he's responsible for what he says. And if it's wrong, then he should say he was wrong.
Right.
Of course, we don't know if he's right or wrong.
Correct.
Because nobody knows.
Right. It's
and the people that are all up, I'm like, well, prove he's alive.
Right. Prove, like I said in the video I did in the car. It's got to prove that you're alive. You got to prove to me he's alive, And this has been going on for like 48 hours or 36 hours now, and not a peep from him. Yeah, not a peep. I was peep. Yeah, not a peep.
And then we looked back to see if because he'd go on Blind View's chat and say, hey, this is Barium, and nobody would talk to him because they're all bastards. And, because Barium's a good, why would you, I can see if I say, hey, dudes, and nobody says nothing, but Barium, I don't see why they should ignore him.
Right.
But he has, as far as I know, he hasn't even done that. I could be wrong because, it's not like I got all day to go through, fine-tooth comb through the chat. But
right.
I'm assuming since I say it here, if I'm wrong, someone will be more than happy to let me know.
But I still love the prepaid phone. I still love that. That's my that's what he's got, a prepaid phone. New York dimwit. Because it's hilarious.
Whatever. He's on vacation, but he can't afford a phone.
I have I've never had one before my entire life, ever, my whole life. I've always been on a plan. I'm sorry, man. Even before YouTube, you could stream it on your phone. It's just. I've never had to say, "Oh, I gotta go get." In the middle of a phone call, all of a sudden your phone cuts off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it on my phone, but it's faster if I do it at home.
No, I know, but my point is, I've never had that problem. All of a sudden, you're somewhere, and all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm almost out of minutes. I've never heard that before. And I just.
Oh no! Well, maybe way back, but not for a long time.
I'm like, I'm running out of minutes, he says. And I'm like, oh my God. But MzVicky.
Like when we sign up for a new plan and then we get to where you're running out of data, we just go in and up the data plan because, well, obviously we use more than we thought we would.
But I guess MzVicky mentioned me today, I guess. She talked about why would Barium Exposure's wife email me. So she...
Was that the one I told you about, or is that a new one?
A new one she talked about. She talked about... Today she can't pronounce Cowpote like you say Chipotle. She can't pronounce Cowpote, so she...
You don't care.
Right, no, I don't care. So...
As long as they say some form of it, you don't give a shit.
Right. Right.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. That's been pretty funny. Maybe you charmed her with your video this morning.
Yeah. But
unless she did that video before she watched that one.
Yeah, I'd love to have her call the show. Call the show. But
But Old Man Nation did called the bullshit on.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, his 30-minute video has got 1.2 Barium exposure update. So he's pimping on my behavior. So he's.
I know, and then he's like, Carl even tried to give you a heads up, being nice to you, and you couldn't. Whatever.
I just think it's hilarious. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I just think it's funny as hell that he's trying to, but he didn't.
I expected, within 24, 48 hours, someone to come out and say, "Oh no, he's all good. He's just on break. I'm his best friend.
Right.
I'm his neighbor.
Right.
I'm a long-term subscriber to his channel, and he let me know." But none of that.
Right. But I just but anything that comes out is going to be AI. So right now I type in Barium exposure, and New York Dan comes to the top of the page.
Yeah, and then what is it? Then if it, well, maybe something the UP doing, working on his house. They got internet in the UP. It's not a whole world country.
Right. Well, he did. New York Dan reports Barium exposure past. Old Man Nation. Okay, he's got that one up there. So beware of the so-called experts. That's your the E4 Mafia. That's 1.1. So he's kind of making the rounds here. So the guy. Okay, here's the guy that talked about me and you. It's Brian777. The word.
Oh yeah, I know him. He's
Okay.
a Christian dude.
Yeah,
he's all right. He's a cool
no.
guy.
He was just funny. He was talking. He kind of mentioned, but he talked about it. It was kind of funny. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, he had one where he got a little fire and brimstone on us, and I was just like, whoa.
He what?
He had one where he got a little fire and brimstone on us.
Oh, really?
That was just I'm Christian and I'm nice, but he's very religious. He had cancer, lives in North Carolina. He's a good dude. Works for a living, blue collar guy. He's all right.
No, he was cool. I just saw it because I got the email from Google that he was talking about me, and I'm like, okay,
I think his views went up talking about us.
right.
But that's all right. Everybody wants views. I don't see why you would diss people for that.
Like someone said, what they say? They said, we got 952 subs so far. Oh my goodness! Like someone said, you really shook the tree. Who did it say? Someone said, "Pow, zap, repeat. You really shook the apple tree, cow."
Yeah, and Blind View's talking about CamperVan Kevin. It's like us talking about Blind Views. If we're like, oh, Blind Views had a stroke and
right,
blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And people would say, you guys don't care about Blind Views.
No, I don't care. I could care less. There's no way he'll talk about. There's no way he'll talk about this. He will not come up and talk about it.
I think he would have done it by now.
Yeah, because he would he would get dialed into the death. He'd get dialed into it. He would never do it. I mean, if I guaranteed he's pissed that New York Dan's talked about it, especially MzVicky. I guarantee.
Well, this is all going on, and he's not part of it.
Right. So he's chomping at the bit. If people will bring it up on Thursday, we'll type in. Someone will. Yeah,
I'm interested to watch his chat. In fact, last time I didn't even listen to him. I just read his chat and had him on mute.
Right.
Because I could pretty much figure out what was going on from the chat.
Right. The trolls come in and say stuff. So, yeah, he doesn't want to say anything. So, I got Camperman Kevin. I got news coming tomorrow. So,
yeah.
Something on him I'm going to talk about. So, going into he's going to go into not hospice care maybe, but he's going to be going into assisted living. So whatever, we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll see if I can jump on that wagon and see what happens about that behavior. So, but yeah, it's been pretty funny with New York Daniel, MzVicky. I think it's absolutely hilarious. So I think it's funny as hell.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that I'm going to call Mark. Let me call Mark real quick.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to call Mark real quick, and I got to get out of here. So
yeah,
we got to start late.
You got to put your collar on, Mark.
Ken, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You know the truth. You know we're not going to sit here and lie.
You love it.
I know.
You love it.
I know. Here we go. Let's see if he's around.
Hello?
Well. Hang on a second. Well. There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing?
Good. What's going on? So we're here with the backhand of... I did have Casey Grits on my phone before I went live, but I started late because we had to go for a walk around the hood with the dogs to go poopy, and she had to work a little later, so... Anyways, so here we are. We have the Santa Claus on here. So what's your thoughts? I see you did an epic video on his little brother.
Yeah, you're on fire. That desert's burning you up.
All I can say it's hot as hell here. And that's about it, you know. It's like, I know when I get in driving down the road and I'm talking, it doesn't really come out that good because I'm yelling because I don't know how good the speaker's going to be.
No, you're
and I
fine.
I'm trying to drive, watch the road, watch the traffic or whatever, and so it's a little jumbled up. And anyways, we always think we all think we can do better, you know. But I watched Cowpote this morning. You know, after you went and got your blood test for your sugar levels, and then it's just like a little kid. Oh well, I think I'll go have an ice cream with sugar in it.
I know, I thought the same thing.
I saw that too. I said, what the heck's going on here?
Yeah, I know.
And then I saw Carl, yours last night, and that was real good too. So. They were good.
Yeah, it was good. That was good with New York Dan, how you ripped him. It's like, I love how the video of New York Dimwit, 1 minute he says no, but then he capitulates to it, and it's like, you know, which one is it, man? You know, it's just...
Oh, yeah, and he doubled down on it. He's like, I'm going with these dead. I really think he's dead.
Yeah, he's trying to backtrack. He's trying to save face. He won't come out and admit. Hey, you just come out and admit, everything will settle down. Nobody will come after you. Just admit it and it'll go away. That's all you got to do. He's like a politician, the same way they do. They will not admit to it. They'd rather fight for tooth and nail.
Yeah.
Yes, I got some news early. I thought I got this skinny. I wanted to be the first to come out with it, and that's not I got burned.
Yeah, just apologize, man. Just do it, you know. And then he goes on. See, I saw it late last night. I said, "Oh shoot, he posted." So I saw it, and it just kind of got me a little riled up already. But I thought, "What the heck, man? You're going to tell me that you have a cell phone that doesn't have unlimited data and talking and texting at this lot in this day and age?" Don't give me that bullshit. And then it's like, you know, he says, well, my sister here doesn't have any internet. I'm going like, what? I mean, go to the coffee shop then.
I was just telling that. I said, this day and age, come on, man. I get maybe 15 years ago, I get it. But it was hilarious to see him to talk like that. I'm like, tell your mom and dad you need a phone, you know?
And you were right where you said he doesn't watch us because I don't have time to watch them. I mean, shoot. Yeah. I mean, my videos are hardly ever longer than 10 minutes.
Right.
You know, and you can speed it up too if you want to get through it.
He doesn't watch anybody. He doesn't watch anybody, I don't think. And you know, that's the thing because he just wants to crank out his videos and all, and that's fine. But you know, he's more obsessed with the views is what it is and getting that out there.
Well, he put Barium exposure in the notes to that 30-minute video, so he's over 1,000 that one, you know, because he wants to jump on the train. So
Yeah, he wants you to go there. He wants you to do that, and So I know I went back to that video of mine where I had the title in there. I said about this is bullshit, New York Dan. Well, the monetization went to yellow. So I changed it just now, and I put hogwash in there, and it went to green.
Yeah, they pick that stuff up if you say any kind of vulgarities in there. So I try to. I know they're very careful. I'm very careful on words I put in there. So, but no, that's just the way they are. But Carl told me last night before I went to bed. I saw the phone. We were watching something, so I walked with my phone at 5 minutes. So I called him real quick. So I listened to it on the way into work. I was almost crying on the way into work. I was crying because he's looking right up against the camera. So I'd look at it, and I was like, the commercial would come through, and I click on it to get away from the commercial. But I'm like, he was so hilarious. It was just so hilarious. It's a video of the year. It's one of the top 10s of the year because he's just, telling people he doesn't have a phone is just an unlimited phone. Here's your monthly bill. It's unlimited. I've never heard such behavior in my entire life.
Yeah.
It just made me laugh. I'm like, oh my god.
Right.
And then MzVicky wants to have memberships.
Oh yeah, you know what? I watched the MzVicky one yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was going to say something about it too, but I liked how you did that. So yeah, I mean, it's like, really, you're going to do membership. Yeah. I mean,
you're nothing. She's separating her people. When people want to hear her look for a parking spot. They want to hear her talk about Timmy. They don't care about your makeup. They don't care, and you're separating your fans. That's what you're doing, because then you're going to go. Then you're going to have to worry about making sure you put up stuff for them. They're going to want what they pay that $2 a month. They're just like with blind views. It's like. Both my channels. Here's my videos. Whatever you want, have at it, man. You consume it. You're not a rock star, for Christ's sake. You're not a bar with a band in there. Okay.
There's people that purchases memberships. It's like on Blind View.
Yeah.
They get a little icon next to their name. So. It tells everybody else, oh yeah, you're special because you got a membership.
Right.
And Venturing with Amanda has the memberships, and if you comment in hers, she will always return a comment on the ones with her membership.
Correct.
You membership people are first. That's the way it goes on her channel. And I don't know. I just think you're going to piss off somebody, and you're not going to care about the regular people that watch you.
There was that. They're in town here. I think they moved to California, Squirmy and Grubs, and they were like 3 years ago. They started the membership thing, and I saw a couple responses. Some lady goes, "Hey, I'm 70-something years old. I live on a fixed income. I enjoy your camaraderie. I enjoy your stuff. I'm disappointed I won't be able to watch all your stuff," because she was in her 80s, and she goes, every penny counts. Because you're separating your people. That's what you're doing. It isn't like first class, or you're first class in a plane where you all fly in the same area. You just arrive a second before I do. That's a little different. But I mean, when you're putting out content, here's my content. You can listen to it, and everyone is equal. And you like it, you share it. I just think that's the only people making money on that is YouTube. You're enriching YouTube. That's all you're doing.
That's what it is. And as you got that email the other day about, they're going to give you a special offer, $3 for whatever it is if you get so many members or whatever, X amount of money.
Yep.
But they don't care about you. All they care about is that 30% that you're going to give them.
Yeah, I continue on my other channel. Do live streams, and you can ask. You can do the super chats. No, I'm not giving you anything. I constantly get every month from YouTube about when they give you how your channel's doing, and they tell you can do super. I know I can. I'm not going to sit there. No one's going to be mine in the first place, so I'm not going to do it in the first place. But it's like, no, I'm not going to give you money. If I'm going to send Mark money for some reason, it'll be in an envelope, and then it only costs me 50 cents to send it to him.
Right.
It's just dumb. But yeah, she's going to do the membership. Don't ask what she's going to talk about in the membership. Don't ask me what she's going to. How we're supposed to care.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do extra for them? I'll be curious to see that. But I don't know.
I think you got to plant a tree out there in the desert for behalf of barium exposure. I think you need to have some memory for them out there. I think same with you out there, Mr. Magoo out there in Chicago. You got to plant a tree for barium exposure. You know, and you talked about me. We're the Fruit Club. We're the View, right?
Yeah. So barium exposure will learn.
I love it. I love it how New York Dan, he's blaming Cowpote and you, Carl, for this whole thing. I just love it. It's just like, you know.
it was so good because he's so close.
Did he never grow up? He can't take responsibility for anything.
No. And then he says, I live in Michigan. I mean, I've never said I've lived in Michigan. I live in Minnesota. I'm like, you moron.
We're good buddies.
Yeah, I live.
I don't know. It just seemed like both those last videos that you did last night, Carl, and Cowpote did, well, he did yesterday, but it was about clickbait and all. They were really good. They hit home on a lot of the good things.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
And Carl really did come down last night. It was like, damn. I guess you really come off on fire right after your shower and ready to go to bed, huh?
Yes. I was feeling it. That's what I like about YouTube. If you're feeling it, you do it.
Well, it's just like
that live, it's scheduled ahead of time, and you may not feel like it when it comes time to do the live.
Well, it's like I said, the clickbait video. I bring my camera to work every time, and I talk to Carl about this, with her, and that gave me the idea for that video. After I went, and that was my idea to talk. I thought about it all day long after I talked on the phone and about her. And I listened to her, and I'm like, clickbait. You don't know what clickbait means, woman. Clickbait is you put something in there like New York Dan does and doesn't really talk about Sarasota Tim. It's just there for clickbait. Clickbait is you put something in there and you don't talk about it. You put up a thumbnail.
I had a guy that said he's 88 listening to me through his earbuds, and I almost broke his ears when I was doing that mic testing. I was just goofing.
Right.
Because I'm finally getting used to having a mic.
Right.
So it's better.
Yeah, on some of them, I can see the difference, like on Cowpote and then you. It all depends on how far the phone is away from you, of course. Correct. And what's going on, but yeah.
I like to when I'm out on the deck, I do an open mic because I'm close to the microphone. I'm outside. Right. In the car, I can't because it's gonna have too much going back. There's too much going back and forth, and if I do it inside the CRV, then you're gonna have that echo. So I always try to make sure if I'm just in the car and I'm not driving, I can do open mic because it's just going to get, and then I can roll the windows up. It's just going to be, you can hear me. But when I'm in the car, you got to have that noise canceling because you're going to hear too much stuff. So I can be driving on the highway and you can hear me talking. So it's a big thing. I understand people listen to their headphones and I don't want to blow their ears out. Just like in this show, the music in the background, it just kind of goes along on the black screen, and and your buddy Blind Views listens to it and gets all bitter about it.
I do love that newscaster.
The what?
The newscaster character. That guy's great.
Who, Johnny J?
The science teacher, the student counselor. When he does the one way he's got a tie on and his glasses.
Oh yeah.
Who? Yours.
Oh,
mine. The newscaster. Oh, yeah.
The newscaster guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's we talked before on the podcast. Me and him did about that. You look like our science teacher. We had a science teacher that had the same kind of disposition, same thing that he was very he would same kind of thing. That's a classic.
I had a science teacher, a chemistry teacher, and he was an overweight older guy. And he had a buzz cut, a flat top on it and everything. And the guy was smart. I mean, freaking smart. But he was one of those high school teachers that had been there for freaking ever, And I don't know. It's just something about him. What are you doing over there? What are you doing? Because some of the kids would take advantage of, him, just ignoring people and stuff like that. It was crazy, yeah. Like you get different science teachers, you know, and those teachers have been there forever, and they just get in their own little game, and that's it.
Right.
Their power struggles.
Gentlemen,
like
I have to cut this show short because Alicia's got to get on. Tomorrow's my birthday, and we're going to go out to eat tomorrow. And then we were having Taco Tuesday tonight on the deck tonight. So I appreciate you both coming on the show. I really do. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah.
You know, about New York Daniel, and MzVicky, and, you know, all the behaviors going on. And I have some news tomorrow on CamperVan Kevin about going into assisted living tomorrow. So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. So
hey, that could be third place. Subscription to MzVicky.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know she watched that. You know she watched the video too. You know she watched the video. You know she watched the video. You know she did.
Yeah, she's gonna watch you. Yeah, for sure today. He will. She will, and not everything. But they just need to let go a little bit. They need to just. I mean, I don't know. I just don't get people. They just don't get comedy or the humor. They don't.
No, they don't.
You know, you can. I just don't understand it. You know, they're just too much. I get the haters can't be nice. I guess haters have just been hateful so long,
but they can't. But they don't like turnaround fair play. They don't like turnaround. They don't. You just like with Blind Views. He can't help it that we talk about him. That he has never had me, a person of my stature. Can remember I mumble, right? I mumble. Well, that's
you're mumbles.
You're mumbles. I guess I mumble. That's because I say things. These people can't. MzVicky, New York Dan can't handle. Same Barium Expo. They can't handle that someone's pushing back on the haters. Not hating Tim, not hating, but making fun. They can't handle that. Carl can. Carl's a big man. He's a grown-ass man. But they can't handle that. They're so used to being the people up on the block, up on the hill, and then somebody comes along, me, some small idiot just decides to make fun of them, and you're doing it now too as well. They can't handle that. That's like, oh my God, what the hell are they doing? You know, they can't handle that.
Right.
They just can't. They don't know how to. New York Dan is beside himself. You know, living with his mom and dad. And,
He's lost out there. What's that?
Well, Blind Views is so used to if he goes after somebody, that person just goes away.
Yeah, capitulates and leaves. It capitulates and leaves. Yeah. It capitulates and leaves, or you know, whatever. That's exactly what that is. He, you know, now he's cleaned up his act. He went from Ace Frehley to Robert Plant, so he's cleaned up his act.
Well, I said it in I think my other video last night or something, whatever it was. I said Ryan Hughes has got a new job since high school. Schools are back in session now. He is the night janitor, and he's sweeping floors and mopping them right now. So him and his wife are over there taking care of business, and you know that's his night job. You know, so he's gets to sleep in the morning. I guess
he can't. He just it's to me it's just absolutely hilarious. But gentlemen, you guys.
Yep.
You guys.
So I just got one more thing.
Go ahead.
When's your birthday?
Tomorrow.
And you're going to be how old?
63 years old tomorrow.
Damn, you're young.
I know. Oh, I shared my birthday with Fidel Castro because the picture I have with Jesse Ventura. We were in New York on my 50th birthday, right? And he was on our airplane up in first class, and I go, "Hey, it's Jesse. Let me see a picture with him." So we're walking off the airplane, right? And he must have stopped, and I go, "Governor, can I get a picture?" "I don't have time." And he's walking ahead of me, right? And I chase him like a little kid, and Sue Ellen goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "I'm trying to get..." And I go, "You don't have time to bleed." He turns around and goes, "What'd you say to me?" I go, "You don't have time to bleed." And he goes, "Oh, okay, you think you're funny, huh?" So we get outside. My buddy mine's NYPD, right? And he picks up in a police car, right? And my buddy, Ted the Talking Head. So he's standing there, and I go, "Would you like to come with us in the police car?" "No, I'm not." And I go, "Can I get a picture with you?" "Fine." And I go, "Listen, it's my birthday today. You like Fidel Castro. We share the same birthday." "Fine." So it's a great picture because I'm wearing the shirt I'm wearing is a Rolling Stone shirt that my brother, who's blind, got for me at a Rolling Stones concert. He allegedly was a bodyguard for the Stones, right? So he looks at my shirt and he goes, "You a Rolling Stones fan?" I said, "Yes, I am. I got it from my blind brother-in-law." "What do you mean by that?" And I get it. So he has this look on his face with a fan. If you look at the picture that on this channel, you'll see the picture of me and him and Jesse are standing there. But it's a classic picture. I got a smirk on my face, and he has his hand on his head. Behind him is the Delta sign and the Super Shuttle, which is now bankrupt, as he's walking away. It's a great picture. I have it on my Facebook. People always comment on it. It's like, but it was just so funny. "I don't have time to bleed. What'd you say to me? Because that's his quote in Predator.
Oh.
I don't have time to bleed. That's a classic line where he shoot the guy. You're bleeding, man. I don't have time to bleed. I'm just, just the way he said it. So I said the same thing to him. He turned around. I thought he was going to kill me. So I chased him like a little kid through the airport, waiting for a picture. So it was epic. So my friend and I go, because you remember when he used to do those conspiracy things he used to do on History Center? Remember he used to do those history? He was a He used to do those. He was in town for that. So he was doing those conspiracy things. So we offered, my buddy said, hey, well, you could sit in the front seat. We'll have Sue Ellen and Cow Shit sit in the back. No, I don't want to go. I got a limo coming. I don't want to sit in the police. People see me and they'll think I'm a criminal. So he wouldn't do it. But anyways, but yeah.
He was the governor at one time, right?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
It's
I thought so.
It's Mark and Carl.
Do they know it's
Carl.
your birthday tomorrow?
They know it's my birthday tomorrow. Yes, they do.
That's what we're talking about right now, Sue Ellen. Yep, that's what we're talking about.
She yelled at.
Where are you taking him for his birthday?
A couple restaurants she was looking at. I love to go to Red Lobster, but I don't mind it, but I'd rather go when it's early, like at 4 o'clock on a Saturday or something, when you can enjoy the meal. So probably go to a sports bar or something. So she gave me like buca, but we had lasagna, and a couple of choices. But I'm just going to go to like a sports bar, probably somewhere, and make it simple. Have some clam chowder and have some kind of a chicken or something. Nothing substantial. So have the time of our lives. So. But yeah, the big 63rd. So I've outlived my dad, my brother, and my sister. So I keep trucking. My brother, the bitch, turned 65 and coming up here too as well. So,
dang.
So
and then Carl's the baby. How old are you, Carl?
Baby brother, 60.
Jeez.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
So you're the caboose of the whole group here, right? You're the caboose, huh?
Yeah.
He's the caboose.
Yeah.
Casey Grits, well, he's got to be like in his 30s or 40s, somewhere in there.
I had him on the phone when we went for a walk, and he thought I was calling. I said, no. I said, I'm going to go home and do a show. And I said, I'll see if we get the boys on. So he was going to call on the show. He might call Thursday when I do my other show. So Carl actually called in, but my phone had to be my earbud went on me at work, so I had to redo my phone. So I think it had to redo my phone to get Carl to come on. So anyways, gentlemen, I appreciate you coming on, and you guys have a good evening and keep up the good trolling, okay?
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
We'll see you later.
All right, thanks,
Happy
guys.
birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate that. There they go. Perfect. Appreciate them coming on the show. I really do. That's CamperVan Kevin. I wrote a song real quick. Oh, let's see real quick here. I'll play a little bit. Here we go. I just wrote it for fun. Let me see here now. Let me see CamperVan. It was kind of fun. So CamperVan Kevin song world premiere. Here we go. The second one's better than the first one. So here we go. I can still write them, just not as many. I can't download them. Here's the second one, CamperVan Kevin Blues. Here we go.
Kevin's got a camper van. He calls it home. It's his master plan to see the world before he's old. But the road is long and he feels so alone. Oh, Kevin, what have you done? Kevin, under the sun, got those CamperVan blues, nothing to lose. He parks it up on the coast, to the ocean's waves he makes a toast. Seagulls cry as he waves goodbye. But the road is long and he feels so alone. Oh, Kevin, what have you done? Kevin, under the sun, got those CamperVan blues, nothing to lose. as he waves goodbye. But the road is long and he feels so alone. Oh, Kevin, Kevin, what have you done? Kevin, Kevin, under the sun. Got those CamperVan blues, nothing to lose, nothing to lose, nothing to lose, nothing to lose.
Boom. Hey, it was kind of fun. Anyways, let's put the music back on here and let's get the hell out of here. Anyway, thank you guys for coming on the show. I appreciate it. Appreciate very, very much. Let's get into my favorite song, Eyes of Glory. Eyes of Glory. Here we go. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, fear-mongering radio. We're in the military, the armed forces, all the branches. We appreciate you guys that service this country. One, and supposed to end it. We had two, December 1st, 1939, and we had to end it when they on the Mighty Mighty Mo. September 2nd, 1945, when they on the Mighty Mighty Mo, the Japanese, we stormed the beaches and we snapped the next card and we freed the Jews. That's right, forgotten in Vietnam, Afghani, many, many wars. Men, women blue like cop claw crackhead balls the sidewalk over oak trees. That's right. Don't like cop claw crackhead. What we always say. The only two men having sex. Fine, you can't watch two women. Not a very Christian thing to be doing. Line there and line now, Pete Rose and Magic. Put a condom on, prevent AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, needle in the penis. Any of that kind of behavior. That's all we're asking. Make good choices. Peace. Still with Penn State University. Snap the necks of these people. Hurt children. You got your choices. I would not shower in the shower at Penn State. I would not shower. You're a convicted felon. We don't call someone and get in trouble drinking and driving. Call me. Call Casey Grits. Call the boys in the band, Mark and Carl, and I don't care who it is. Call somebody. But ladies and gentlemen, fear-mongering radio is out.